for the first game?
Yeah.
Just straight?
Straight. No computer. It's downstream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's remote. Yeah. The computer will be office.
Yeah. For both games?
Yeah, both games. Yeah.
Cool.
Only camera here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
wear a hat? Wearing a hat. Oh, a hat. Wear your hat.
Yep.
Are you commentating on this?
Nah.
Because you'll be a TIO.
I'm glad I'm not though.
light is streaming now. The green, yeah. Yeah, the power light is green. Yeah, no worries, Mark. Yeah, see ya, bye. have Wi-Fi here when you come? Wi-Fi? Yeah? You have Wi-Fi here in the gym? No. Wi-Fi? No. Only camera. Only camera. No, yeah, totally. Okay. Are you going to be here at all? Okay, so on your way, shortly before the main stand, can you please get a couple of clock timers? There's none here. Yeah. Yeah, and the iPad for some reason just won't work. The internet's not working. It's not working at all. You know any fixes to it? Because there's 4G connection, but it just won't load at all. The last working forward. Yes, Safari is what I'm opening. Yeah, it's not working. And anyway, okay. Yeah, that's not a big deal. I'll try and fix it. Otherwise, yeah, we just want to ask for this one. But yeah, if you could just get the timers. Yeah, alright, thanks. Cheers.
Is the game recorded or is it just for Australia, like the tribunal or?
No, it is streamed.
It is streamed, is it? Oh, so we have to watch that.
Yeah.
Thanks, heaps. Yep, perfect. Like you mentioned, so thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome everyone to AFL NT's coverage of this round 5 clash in the 2024-25 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League. It's 4th place Tiwi up against 3rd place Nightcliff at Gardens Oval. My name's Stu Davis. I'm joined in commentary today by Chris Bates. Welcome back, Stu.
Hello, Stuart.
Good, thanks. Should be a terrific game, I think. They're close on the ladder and both in good form coming into this one as Tiwi get the first clearance down towards half forward, but chopping off across half back for Nightcliff was Vlahovic, and she got it out wide there to her teammate McWilliam, who's under a bit of pressure. The hand pass comes out wide, and Nightcliff going sideways to go forwards, but they get it down to half forward now, and in the contest there was Kate Martin. She got tackled and the ball spilt free. Play on's the call as Martin's back in the action again, close to the boundary line, and eventually it's carried over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these two sides play, Stuart. Obviously Tiwi are quick on the outside, so whether Nightcliff can control the ball.
So from the boundary throw-in, in that ruck contest, ball spills out the back and just a toe poke off the ground, puts the ball out into space inside the centre square, but Nightcliff have the numbers initially. There's another couple of toe pokes forward, get it out into space again. Picked up and wrapped up in the tackle was Simmons for Nightcliff, and the ball just about in the centre of the ground at Gardens Oval. Pretty warm conditions today, but fine. No chance of rain, I don't think, as the quick kick comes away and squirts out towards the grandstand wing, and hand pass forward, but Nightcliff with the numbers. It's picked up nicely by Blavic, who kicks along that grandstand wing, and the ball spills to McWilliam, who throws it on the left boot, kicks it into space in the corridor, half forward. Ward gets onto the bouncing ball, gives the hand pass now as she's tackled, gets it over, and there's a snap off the outside of the boot. That looks pretty good. It's going all the way through for a goal. It's a fantastic finish and a great goal, and pretty sure that's Kate Martin who kicked that one off the outside of the boot, Bucksy.
Yeah, just McWilliams just great to centre it towards Ward then, but Ward's is just so strong and gave the hands off. Nightcliff running front and centre. Tiwi just got to try and defend that.
Yeah, just had the numbers around the ball when it came out and worked it nicely, but a great finish off the outside of the boot, and Nightcliff first on the board. So back in the middle, and Kat Simmons doing the ruck work for Nightcliff. So Simmons wins that one pretty easily. Ball on the ground picked up and hand passed backwards by Nana. As Tiwi just try to force the ball forward. They've done pretty well there. Nice hands up, and now a kick inside forward 50. Looks like it might get over the back of the pack. Here's a chance for Port Jimmy running onto it. Oh, it doesn't bother with the hands. Goes straight off the ground with the boot and through for Tiwi's first goal. Quick reply. Jamie Lee Port Jimmy, amazing.
Yeah, quick reply there. Just kept it tapping forward at all costs Tiwi then, but yeah, over the back out. Jamie would have liked it. An ex-Nightcliff player.
It's been around a bit.
Yeah, I think she's had still the same areas as well, yeah.
But yeah, settled in obviously at Tiwi in recent times, and saw her last week have a terrific influence on the game, which they won against Darwin Buffaloes, and yeah, off to a great start today.
I think Frida's in the ruck. That'll be a great challenge for Kat Simmons.
Yeah, it's an unusual one, but Frida good around the ground. Interesting to see how she goes in the ruck. Gets her hand to this one, but coming in off the wing was Rabbit for Nightcliff. Got the hand pass forward, but again there's pressure on the ball receiver as Tiwi take it forward again, inside forward 50, but chopped off across half back, and just trying to burst away out of defence there was Kendall, but she got pushed off the ball, and the ball spilt free, and Tiwi take it inside 50 again, deep into the forward pocket, but it beats everyone over the boundary line. It'll be a throw in again. So in that right forward pocket at the city end of the ground at Gardens Oval, Tiwi deep in attack. So Simmons in front, forces the ball forward, good use of the ball through the hands. Hatzismalis kicks out wide to the half-back area, trying to keep the ball in play. Out there was Sally Evans, but just kept rolling away from her. She got her hands to it, so it'll be a ball in again out at half-forward for Tiwi on the outer side of the ground. So Simmons and Kellett this time doing the ruck work. Simmons gets it down, and Nightcliff trying to work it through the hands again. Rabbit throws it in the air to herself, and then an interesting looking hand pass, but they've worked the ball out. Although they've gone backwards about 20 metres here. Hatzismalis comes in to support, just couldn't pick it up cleanly, but paddled it forward to the advantage of Jones. Jones kicks forward, but this one's chopped off in by Sarah Darcy for Tiwi. Darcy thumps it long inside 50 again, out close to the boundary line. It's bouncing this time and bouncing over for another throw-in.
At this stage, I think they're playing one each loose back, Tiwi and Nightcliff. So
Yeah.
it might be a bit kick to kick for her a little bit.
Yeah, just interesting that she chose to go out wide then rather than hit the hot spot inside forward 50. Maybe there was that outnumber there. So the ball retrieved from over the boundary fence and taken out of the ruck by Purantatameri, but ball spilled out in the tackle, comes back towards Purantatameri, but Jones gets a quick hand pass away. Hatzismalis wrapped up with the ball, and it'll be a ball up again. In fact, it was Glavik, not Hatzismalis, who was caught with the ball there, and another ball up as Simmons comes in and wins that hit out forward. It's paddled backwards. Purantatameri gets a hand pass over the top as Tiwi kick it off the ground towards goal. Turnbull in defence got a kick that was half smothered, and so it just squirted forward a bit. The ball spills loose now. Here's a chance for Tiwi at ground level. The tackle's laid, the ball spills free. Another quick kick, but another smother, and this time it just sees its way through for a behind.
Just Tiwi's attack on the ball is really good at the moment. They're definitely attacking.
Yeah, that's right. They're getting numbers around it. It's Turnbull runs out of the defensive goal square, has a bounce and keeps running away, and made plenty of ground, and now kicks down inside the centre square as the ball spills forward from the marking contest, and now there's a pile on at ground level just inside the centre square. It'll be the ball up again. No contest in that ball up, so just taken out, and Nightcliff working it forward through the hands again as going to ground there was Hurley. The crowd calls for a push in the back, but not paid, and play on's the call as Nightcliff still trying to force the ball forward. Sully Evans this time caught with it, and again it'll be a ball up.
Nightcliff just a bit scrappy at the moment.
Yeah, just trying to force it forward as much as they can, but that's probably more Tiwi's game is picked up and nicely controlled, and now a high kick down towards centre half forward. Ball just battered forward at ground level. It's Kendall who gets the toe pack forward to her own advantage, but couldn't control it. Rabbit's hand pass is chopped off, and Tiwi get it out wide into some space. Running onto it out here is Tassone, but she turns it over, and Nightcliff clear away again down the wing. Almost a strong mark taken in front by Ward, but she recovers well, gets a hand pass back in board, and now Nightcliff a chance to go forward again. Coming in from the side was Gale, and got her hands to the ball, couldn't quite hold the mark, and eventually got wrapped up at ground level. So Simmons won the hit out uncontested, but straight to the advantage of Tiwi really, as Nightcliff burrowing in underneath, picked up by Barber on the left. She hooks it into the middle of the ground, but Lakia Rabbit just chops that one off for Nightcliff and sees something that she likes out wider, and that's Georgia Johnson in space. Johnson goes forward again with a long one, and well controlled at ground level by Martin, who got the hand pass back and a quick kick forward, but Barber just in the right place, takes the intercept mark, and now plays on, gets past the player on the mark and kicks long round to the outer side of the wing, but Rabbit chops that one off and swings back onto her right foot, kicks high, and the mark's taken by Kendall out wide. So Nightcliff looking to build as the pass is good down towards the 50, and Gabby Della takes that mark. She moves the ball on quickly, looking to get the one-on-one contest, but Tiwi have worked back well in numbers as the kick comes across, and now it's out in space in front of Ugle, who tries to get it to the advantage of her teammate, but fell at ground level and it's hacked off the ground, and chance again for Nightcliff to thump it back in through Jones. Jones kicks long into towards centre half forward. The ball spills free as at ground level Johnson tries to get the hand pass to a teammate, but again Tiwi defending strongly and clear it away, but again only as far as Nightcliff, and Vlahovic kicks back in towards half forward, but this time it's chopped off by Nanup for Tiwi. She has a player running past and gives that hand pass to Kellick. Kellick gets away from her opponent, hand passes back to Nanup, who kicks straight down the middle of the ground. Ball spills forward, Barber read it nicely, tried to get past a couple of tacklers, got the hand pass forward, but again the pressure's there, and we'll have a ball up again.
Nightcliff unlucky then, they've done everything right but just couldn't convert. Credit to Tiwi with their defence.
So big thump forward by Simmons out of the ruck, and Nightcliff looking to clear it out of the congestion there as the hand pass comes back from Hurley. Quick kick out towards the grandstand wing. Kicked off the ground by Unikiranua for Tiwi, just advancing a few metres, but Nightcliff strongly in defence. Cleared away again. Ward in the marking contest this time. Just couldn't take the mark and the ball spills to ground as it's paddled forward. And Darcy gets the hand pass over the top to Ugle. Ugle with clever footwork found herself some space and kicked forward and finds Jasmine Cunningham just forward of centre. She kicks long inside forward 50, punched away from behind by Turnbull, picked up by Vlahovic, got the hand pass across to Kendall. Kendall by hand to Johnson, and Johnson kicks wide to the outer side of the ground where Cassie McWilliams got a bit of space, went for a bounce and lost control of the ball, and then with her head over it trying to recover it, just got some high contact, and she'll take the free kick on the outer side of the ground. Decides to go short and finds her teammate Johnson out there. Johnson's off and running and gets around the player on the mark, kicks around the wing, but it's chopped off in front of the scoreboard by Sarah Darcy for Tiwi once again. So it's a bit between the half forward areas, most of the play at the moment, just a bit backwards and forwards as Darcy tries the short option, and that pays off to Jessica Nannup on the outer side. Nannup just off a step, kicks it high. There's plenty of Nightcliff players there. Turnbull almost held the mark, but just spilled at the end, and Tiwi able to get it forward inside their forward 50 as it's picked up nicely by Dunn. Zara Dunn got it forward. Poor Jimmy claiming the mark. It wasn't paid. Play on's the call as the chip kick comes across. A chance here for Tassone. He just got up and under that one a bit and threw for a behind only.
Worked it really well, Tiwi. They were outnumbered in both contests, but got it over the back. Unlucky they didn't score.
So just a 2-point advantage to Tiwi as we hit 13.5 minutes in this first quarter as Hatzis-Marlis brings the ball back into play, has a bounce and then drives long to the outer side of the ground and nicely marked in front by Simmons for Nightcliff. So Simmons choosing to go around the boundary again. The kick's well directed and Gabby Della takes that mark. She's got players forward of the ball and finds Georgia Johnson this time around that outer wing. Johnson looking to go short again, and the pass is good. And Nightcliff just building around that outer side with some good passing, but this time it's just a bit Australian. Ellie Kellick takes the intercept mark and she'll thump it back for Tiwi, back to the wing. It's a beautiful kick and nicely positioned to Cunningham. Kathleen Cunningham, she's off and running now, kicks inside forward 50. Ball in that marking contest almost taken by Tip and Woody, but Nightcliff at ground level just trying to work it into some space, but again the defensive pressure in the forward half from Tiwi sees the ball held up and will be a ball up once again. Kendall wins the hit out for Nightcliff, but it's to the advantage only of Tiwi as the kick comes forward from Cunningham, I think it was, and Kathleen Cunningham on the bounce in the goal square got over the back and straight through for another Tiwi goal. So Kathleen Cunningham, the vice captain of the team, gets another one on the board for Tiwi and stretches their lead out to 8 points. Just a bit of an opportunist goal, Chris.
Yeah, but Tiwi's backline, Kellogg is it, and Timmy Sarah are just really good, obviously class players, I think. Ali's from Sandford Glenelg.
Yeah, we saw Kellogg last week. She was really influential in the game and played mainly in defence and pushed forward late, but got plenty of the ball and used it well when she got it. So she's a really important player for them coming in this season.
Nightcliff used the ball well. They're just struggling across half forward, then hitting the right target.
So back in the middle and Nightcliff looking to break out of the centre, but good pressure by Barbara, and now a quick kick forward by Tiwi, but this time it's Evans for Nightcliff who gets a clearing kick out into space on the outer side of the ground. First to the ball will be Kendall. She picks it up, gets the hand pass as she's tackled. It comes back to Evans now, who gets it back to Della. Della kicks high and wide. Ward out there got to the ball but couldn't take the mark. Looks like she got a high tackle there, and that's the way it's been paid. She's looking to play on quickly. She does by hand. And Rabbit for Nightcliff kicks inside forward 50, but again well positioned behind the play was Sarah Darcy, and she just read that ball beautifully and takes the intercept mark. Darcy chipping short of the mark, just spilled out there by Kellett, puts herself under some pressure. She's still fighting for the ball at ground level. Eventually it spills out to the advantage of McWilliam. She couldn't handle it cleanly, and then again it's numbers in there, and it'll be a ball up inside forward 50 for Nightcliff. So McWilliam hooks that one forward, but it's Tiwi again clearing from across half back as the ball gets outside of their defensive 50, and a scramble for the ball at ground level. Georgia Kennedy gets the hand pass backwards, and the kick goes forward for Nightcliff down towards the 50. Ward in at ground level, scoots the hand pass out the back. Rabbit trying to work it out. Eventually it comes out to Hurley, who kicks inside 50 for Nightcliff, out in front of McWilliam, but she's bundled out of the way in defence, and good work again by Tiwi defenders as Darcy clears around the outer side of the ground, and she finds a teammate out on the half back line as Tiwi just chipping it around that outer side of the ground now, and often running in a long kick around the wing, but standing up tall was Turnbull, got her hands to it again, couldn't take the mark, but managed to recover well at ground level with the hand pass back. So it goes to the first quarter, one where there was a fair bit of backwards and forwards between the half back lines, Chris, but Tiwi took most of their chances.
Yeah, both teams are playing, defending really well, but yeah, Tiwi obviously got it over the top, and I like to see Tiwi take the game on a bit more with their pace.
Yeah, and that's how they've got their 2 goals, by taking it on and moving it quickly. So look to see more of that in the second quarter, but Nightcliff certainly had enough of the ball to suggest they're well and truly in the game. And we'll be back with the second quarter after this short break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro, or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge, or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
back to Gardens Oval. It's round 5 action in the TIO NTFL Women's Premier League for the 2024-25 season. And at quarter time, it's Tiwi with the early advantage, an 8-point lead over Nightcliff. So Chris, Tiwi just took their opportunities a bit better than Nightcliff and looked pretty well organised in defence as well.
Yeah, their defence was really good, their experience there, and took the game on, as we said before. But Nightcliff had their chances. They moved the ball really well, but just couldn't convert or get them open. Optioning the forward 50.
Yeah, so clean hands the key as the ball on the ground is a fair bit of the time as Nightcliff again trying to work it forward, but the hand pass comes back to Courtney Ugle, who makes herself some space and kicks back into the centre of the ground and finds Alana Barber right in the middle of the ground. She's got a short option, decides against that and goes wider, kicks good and gets over the back, but Lami just couldn't hold the mark, but does well to apply the pressure as the ball comes out again, and Cunningham forward. Tiwi gets it down towards half forward. Blahov across half back, looking to run away, got caught with the ball. It's spilled out to Port Jimmy, who gets a kick into space going forward. There's a chance for Tiwi, who first there for them was Gabby King, but terrific defence by Sophie Hatzis-Marlis right on her tail, and saw the ball out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So just sorting out who's doing the ruck work. In the end, it's no one for Tiwi, and Simmons takes it out of the ruck. Her kick isn't the best, but the ball lands back in her arms and she forces it forward, and Kendall gets it forward as well. But now it's Tiwi at ground level. It's chopped off by Maria Rioli, who bounces a ball inside 50. The hand pass comes across. Bit of pace by Cunningham on the outside of the boot into the goal square, but falling short, and well read by Hannah Turnbull, who takes that mark. She's plays on now and kicks high, but well read and beautifully marked by Barber once again, who's starting to have an influence on this game around the middle, and she takes that mark about 40 metres out from goal, and now gets a bit of momentum, kicks long down towards the goal square, just drifts off to the right hand side a bit as the ball at the ground level is worked around close to the boundary line by the Nightcliff defenders, but couldn't keep it in play, and I think in the end they're probably pretty happy with that outcome.
Just Tiwi sharing the ball really well, running and giving that first option, just bringing Nightcliff a bit undone through the corridor.
So Simmons and Purintatameri in the ruck. Simmons won the hit out down, but again not much room to move with the ball in hand, and it's a ball up again about 20 metres out from the Tiwi goal as the ball picked up off the ground. A quick kick forward by Lami, but that's smothered. Now on the left the kick comes in, but again Turnbull was on the spot and took a nice intercept mark, and now quickly gets the ball moving to the outer side of the ground, knocked forward by Hatzis-Marlis, and Kendall running out of defence, kicks long around the wing. Ball just gets over the back here, but Tiwi in best position as it's chopped off by Darcy again on the left this time. Just keeps it inside the boundary line around that grandstand side, and the hand pass comes back to Ugle, who's off and running, kicks inside forward 50. Hatzis-Marlis bats it away into the path of her teammate Turnbull by hand back to Hatzis-Marlis, and now she kicks long out of defence again. It's Kellock at ground level, but stripped of the ball, and now the kick comes away, and Nightcliff chance to go forward. Ward underneath that one, couldn't quite take the mark, but tackled strongly as the ball comes back in, and she'll be rewarded for that tackle with the free kick. A great tackle on Maxwell for Tiwi as Michaela Ward, just looking at the options that she's got, decides that she'll try to go long, kicks it high down towards half forward. Ball spills over the back of the pack. Here's a chance for Nightcliff as it's picked up at ground level by Gabby Della, and tackled illegally according to the umpire. She moves the ball on quickly. There's a one-on-one contest in the goal square. The ball spills out the back, and Tiwi clear it away, and nicely marked by Ellie Kellock at half back for Tiwi, and she'll relieve the pressure as she looks grandstand side. But again, good defensive work from Nightcliff as the ball spills towards the boundary line. Trying to keep it in off the ground was Mary. She's back in there again in the action as coming in for Nightcliff was Matilda Johnson to lend a hand, but she got tackled as soon as she picked up the ball. And another ball up. Simmons and Mary. Mary wins it this time to Barber. Barber quickly on the boot, kicks it long and wide out towards the boundary line. Mark spilled there by Port Jimmy, and Nightcliff with the numbers cleared away out of defence, and again just not able to hold on to that mark and puts themselves under pressure as a quick kick forward from Della just slews off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the full.
It's only when they take the mark, usually Wardy's pushing up forward, but then they miss her down deep. So they need someone to stand up, Nightcliff, to take a couple of marks across half forward.
So that should be a Nightcliff free kick, I think. Just came off the toe of Jessica Tassone for the Bombers there. So here's a chance for Nightcliff to go forward. It's Garland who'll take that free kick. It's a beautiful long kick inside forward 50. The ball gets over the back. Mark's claim, but it was off a couple of hands, I think, and eventually Tiwi managed to squeeze it forward again, but only as far as Hurley for Nightcliff, who's looking to go the wrong way, but plays on now and kicks long to the goal square, punched away from behind and over the boundary line. And it'll be a throw in the right forward pocket for Nightcliff.
Tiwi really worked hard. It was good to see their numbers pushing in defence then. See Dean Rioli's coaching from the bench.
Yeah, they've certainly improved this year with some valuable inclusions into their side and a bit of fitness under their belt, I think, as ball loose at half forward for Nightcliff. They're just trying to find some space to get a shot at goal as Rabbit swings around onto the right boot, but really ran herself back into trouble as another quick kick goes high in the air towards the top of the goal square. Mark almost taken down there, but not paid, and then as Ugle just wraps up Ward in the tackle, and it'll be a ball up right at the top of the goal square in Nightcliff's attacking half. So the ball spills out now and a quick kick forward, but under plenty of pressure was Lucy Northcott and could only manage to squeeze it through for a behind for Nightcliff. So that's the first score of the second quarter, just a behind, and Nightcliff bring it in to the outer side of the ground. They're looking to move the ball quickly while they've got some one-on-one contests out there, but the ball at ground level, and Yuna Kiranua just couldn't keep it in play, and it'll be a boundary throw in again.
Once again, most of the play on that far side.
Yeah.
On the Gardens Oval.
Always seems to be the way, doesn't it? So Simmons again gets her hand to the ball, but at ground level, Tiwi first there, they just got in each other's way a bit as the quick kick comes in. Play on's the call, but it's chopped off there by Kendall, who gets the kick forward, nicely trapped at half forward, and hand pass back comes to Ward. Ward kicks long towards the goal square. There's a 2-on-1 down here. The ball spills to the ground, but it's the one that wins out in Darcy, but her kick is just smothered off the boot a bit and gains about 20 metres around the boundary line before it rolls out, and it'll be a boundary throw in still inside Nightcliff's forward 50.
Great effort from Darcy there, and I think it was 3-on-1.
Yeah, just clean hands out of there, wasn't it? And got the kick away as Simmons takes it out of the ruck contest this time, sweeps a hand pass forward. Some strong work at ground level by McWilliams, but couldn't control the ball, and eventually it was Northcott who tried to break free but got caught with it, and Courtney Ugle will be rewarded with the free kick for Tiwi. She's calling for players to move for her, not much happening, so she decides to just switch laterally back into the goal square, and now they've got some players out in some space as Maxwell takes the mark on the outer side of the ground. She's gets around the player on the mark now and kicks around the wing again, but Cassie McWilliam going back with the ball takes a nice intercept mark overhead, just outside of forward 50 for Nightcliff. So McWilliam thumps the ball inside the forward half as the ball spills to ground now, and Kendall gets the hand pass out. Good work through the hands. A quick kick by Johnson forward, but again well read and picked off by Kellick for Tiwi, and she plays on quickly to the outer side of the ground. Ugle takes a nice mark and again moves the ball quickly, and now Tiwi getting players in space with this quick ball movement as the ball's out wide, and often running is king for Tiwi. Kicks inside towards half forward. Port Jimmy lets it bounce and then traps the ball. Hand passes to her own advantage and got tagged by the jumper as the ball was running away from her, so she'll get herself a free kick at half forward.
Very smart player, dangerous around goals, always has been.
Yeah. So Port Jimmy just a bit undecided which way to go here. In the end, she's told to go long by her teammates, tries to get around the player on the mark, and again she's hand passed it out in front and been tackled.
I don't know whether she bounced that one. It probably should have been. Last one she handballed that one.
Yeah. So anyway, takes the free kick, kicks inboard, and good defensive work knocked away by Hurley, who picks up and clears to the outer side. And now Nightcliff again with the chance to build forward as the long kick goes out in front of McWilliam. She takes a mark and she's off and running straight away, drills a pass inside 50. Oh, fortunately it gets to the back where Ward has a snapshot for goal, but just overcooked it, dragged it too far and threw for behind. But yeah, it was a bit fortunate the ball landed in her hands, but she had a chance to score then, Chris.
Yeah, I think Nightcliff, Cassie McWilliams has pushed up. They needed her to be that target up high.
Yeah, and she's pretty mobile as well, isn't she, with ball in hand, so you could see on that occasion she just took it and was off and running, and is a thumping kick, of course. So this time Tiwi coming to the near side of the ground, the ball gets over the top, and Lami takes that mark. She plays on now, gets around the player on the mark, but runs into a bit of trouble and kicks forward, and well read and chopped off by Hayley Jones for Nightcliff. She's got players in the middle of the ground, but decides against that option and chips grandstand side instead, and finds Hatzismalis, who's found some space forward of the centre wing. She elects to kick high again too. We've got some numbers back there. McWilliams there almost took the mark. The ball spills out now. Here's a chance picked up out there for Nightcliff by Sally Evans with a shot at goal, but again off target, and Nightcliff have had a number of opportunities in the last 5 minutes or so and just unable to get the goals on the board.
Just Sophie there was very patient, just waiting for an option. Cassie nearly marked it, but she had 1 on 3.
So we're 13 minutes into the second quarter, and the scoring has all been at Nightcliff's end of the ground, just 3 behinds to no score in this quarter so far. So some opportunities missed perhaps for Nightcliff as it's brought back in by Kellick. She's off and running and kicks it long straight down the middle of the ground this time, trying to hack it out of the air. It was Gabby King for Tiwi, but went back the other way and nicely intercepted by Ugle, who takes a mark. Oh, she's run down as she tried to run away there, and that affected her kick, but Tiwi had the numbers in the right places. It's picked up by Frida Purantatameri, and really not sure which way to go. The mark spilt, and this gives Nightcliff a chance. Trying to get onto the right boot was Kate Martin, and the tackle was made, and the ball spilled out. So it's a Tiwi free kick at half back, and a chance for them to relieve the pressure. So Simmons reaching over the top, but in front, nicely done by Nanup, and she kicks the ball back into the centre of the ground where Jasmine Cunningham's found some space, gets around one player and now kicks out to the outer side. The ball in a one-on-one contest at ground level. It's Kimberly Cunningham fighting for it, gets a hand pass inboard, but Nightcliff have worked some numbers back as that's a dangerous kick trying to go back into the corridor, and Jamie Lee Port Jimmy pounces on this, swings it round with the right boot down towards goal, but just offline and through for a behind. So Tiwi's first score of the quarter.
Yeah, they've had some opportunities as well. It's been in there a couple of times.
So Turnbull to bring the ball back into play. There's a bounce and now kicks long outside of defensive 50. Simmons reaching over the top, couldn't quite take the mark. Una Kiranua at ground level got the hand pass forward and then receives it back, and she's slung after the ball was disposed of, but Rabbit runs away for Nightcliff with the ball, but chips it over the top, and Lamy just sits in the hole and takes the mark, and now kicks back in towards centre half forward. Again at ground level, the contest for the ball. It's Jasmine Cunningham who's got the ball caught in underneath, and it'll be a ball up again at centre half forward for Tiwi. Simmons wins the hit out down to Johnson, got it forward to Rabbit. Rabbit in a bit of space, kept running forward and then delivered nicely out to the wing where she's found Gabby Della. Della has a player in some space in D'Ambrosio. D'Ambrosio goes long down towards full forward, but just got over the top of her teammate and free to put it. Purunchata Mary was camped behind the ball, took a nice mark. Kicks out to Kellett. Kellett goes around the wing. It's punched away in that marking contest by Landwehr, who picks up and is tackled by Ugle as no one can get the ball free, and it'll be the ball up again on the outer wing.
I see Frida Patamiri's playing down back at the moment, down at full back. Looks like Kate Simmons for Nightcliff's been rucking all day, so
yeah.
Big job ahead.
She's in there again and wins that hit out down to Georgia Johnson. Georgia kicks around the outer side of the ground, but there's interference. Free kick paid, and it's going to go the way of Kellick for Tiwi. She switches across into the corridor in the defensive half as Lamy got her hands to the ball, couldn't hold it, but kicked it forward off the ground and then followed up herself and then tried to get round her opponent, ducked down, but is going to be paid the free kick for the high tackle at half back for Tiwi. So just about a minute to go in this second quarter as the kick comes inboard. Play on's the call as Purunchata Mary takes it and kicks straight down the middle of the ground, but there's plenty of yellow jumpers there as it's picked up for Nightcliff by Land, where she kicks long down towards full forward on the bounce. D'Ambrosio's in the contest now, but just couldn't control the ball as it's stolen away by Maxwell. She hand passes over her shoulder and then got interfered with, and she'll take the free kick deep in the back pocket. Kate Maxwell elects to go outer side of the ground, but Rabbit was well positioned out there, just got her hands to it, couldn't hold the mark, and again the ball's caught up underneath, and with the ball up out there, that'll just about be the end of the scoring for this quarter, I would have thought. No real winner in that ruck contest as the ball spills out. Trying to break free was Kendall for Nightcliff. She kicks long down towards full forward. The ball at ground level. It's tidied up by Lamy. Lamy, who hand passes forward, just misses the target there. Coming in and picking up was McWilliam for Nightcliff, but her kick goes across the face of goal and through for behind as the siren goes to end the second quarter, one in which there were no goals scored, but Nightcliff had the bulk of the opportunities, adding 4 behinds, while Tiwi just scored the 1 point.
They definitely were the better side. That quarter I thought Nightcliff moved the ball really well. It just didn't convert, but a credit to Tiwi, they keep tackling, harassing, and Nightcliff's just got to be a bit more disciplined with it, just that little stuff, tackling and that.
Yeah, that's right, but we've got a terrific contest on our hands. 5 points the margin at half-time. Be sure to tune back in for the second half. We'll be back after the half-time break.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, If you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval in Darwin for this round 5 clash between the Tiwi Bombers and the Nightcliff Tigers, and we've got a close one here. It's a 5-point margin at half-time, a really tight affair, and Nightcliff had some chances in the second quarter but just couldn't take advantage. I'm Stuart Overson with Chris Bucks. Bucksy, a tight one, and could go either way. Yeah,
it can, and important, whoever wins goes to second spot on the ladder I just looked at. So
yeah, that's right. So early part of the season, but wins on the board are important as the hand pass comes out and Barber gave and received back and kicked to the outer side of the ground and finds Unikiranua as Tiwi look to go forward round the outer side of the ground. The kick, just diving attempt at mark there by Clifford, but couldn't hold on to it and spilled out, and now the clearing kick from Nightcliff is chopped off by Kiranua again. She's looking to move the ball on quickly across towards half forward, but the ball slips out the back. It's picked up by Cunningham. Cunningham kicks around into the forward pocket as out in front for Nightcliff was Matilda Johnson, but just couldn't control the ball, and it spilled over the boundary line for another throw-in. So Frida Purantaramiri starting up forward this quarter.
Yeah.
She's all over the place as Simmons in front gets the hit out down, but numbers at ground level are pretty even, and the ball's wrapped up, and it'll be a ball up again.
She's been a very good player, Frida, over the last few years. For a while up in the NT.
She does the ruck work this time, gets it down to Barber, who has a shot at goal, but just swung around a little too far and just missed through for a behind. Yeah, she has been. Frida, of course, played in the representative game for Essendon against the NT last year, so that was something she'll remember, no doubt, as Turnbull brings the ball back into play around the grandstand side. As Daniel Lee Port Jimmy just tries to knock the ball forward to her advantage, but gets it over the boundary line, and the throw in inside forward 50 for Tiwi. Simmons in front, tries to take it herself, but couldn't do so. Picked up at ground level by Della. She got it out to the advantage of a teammate, but the ball slipped out again. There's a free kick here for a high tackle, and a chance for Lami of Tiwi at half forward to drive them forward again. She goes for the taunt this time, gets onto it pretty well, and well positioned down there is who we've just been talking about, Frida Purantaramiri, and got herself in front, and there was no shifting her and took the mark nicely.
Just with Tiwi, I think they're just being first to the ball, and Nightcliff are giving away little frees. So Nightcliff have really got to work on beating them to the contest, getting their hands on the ball.
Tatamari kicks towards goal, but just squirted it off to the right and through for a behind again. So it's Tiwi in the early minutes of this third quarter who have had the opportunities, but just haven't taken them at this stage, as Turnbull brings the ball back in for Nightcliff, and ball spills out of the contest at half forward for Tiwi again. The tackling's strong, and it's difficult to break away as Alana Barber hands the ball back to the umpire, and it's thrown up once again. Ball spills out towards the boundary line as Nightcliff try to work it out of defence. Hand pass comes over the top. Rabbit picks it up nicely now, tries to get the hand pass forward, but it's knocked out of her hands as, again, the long hand pass forward. Hurley this time got it forward, but at ground level, poor Jimmy just took her eyes off the ball as she was looking for what she was going to do with it after she took possession, and it's rolled off her beat in the end, and so it'll be a Nightcliff free kick.
And Alec Callett's gone into the ruck for Tiwi, I've noticed. So you get pushed her up around the ball.
So Blahovic for Nightcliff drives it around the wing. The ball gets over the back where it's trapped and hand pass forward. Trying to run forward was North. She got caught with the ball, yeah, good tackle as Chris said. And Barber will take the free kick, and she's had plenty of the footy today. She chips it around the grandstand ring, punched away from behind by Simmons and over the boundary line. It'll be a boundary throw in.
There's only there's 3 players inside 50, and it was a Nightcliff and 2 Tiwi that last kick in, so there wasn't too many options.
So the throw in favours Simmons, who just missed her teammate with the tap, and now it's Tiwi who work it forward, get it down towards half forward. It's picked up across there by Garland for Nightcliff, who clears away into the centre corridor. Ball bobbing around as the ball spills out now to Kathleen Cunningham. She's off and running and delivers inside forward 50, but just a bit too much on that one that got over the top. But good use of the body by Frida Purantaraneri, got rid of her opponent, but Nightcliff defence still working hard as Garland gets the clearing kick towards the outer side of the ground. It's chopped off there by Jessica Cunningham. She's got some assistance out there, and eventually Barber picks it up, throws it on the left boot and kicks it high inside forward 50, and you could just see the jumper being pulled there, and umpire right on the spot pays the free kick to Garland, who wastes no time, but the kick's gone wide out towards the boundary, picked up by Ward, who dribbles it along the ground, and now Nightcliff the chances again, just a ball handling error there, sees the ball slip over the boundary line.
Just skills, but smart from Nightcliff working the boundary, trying not to give Tiwi the inside the corridor to run. Kellett back in the ruck, Kat Simmons.
So ball spills out the back as Kiranua tries to work it forward, but picked up out there, and Nightcliff go forward. It's a chance out there for McWilliam, who swings back onto her favoured left boot, kicks it in towards half forward, and that's a terrific contested mark taken by Rasmussen at half forward. Maddie Rasmussen looking to use the ball, move the ball quickly, and delivers nicely to Landwehr at centre half forward right on the 50. So Landwehr has a short option, decides to go longer than that. Kick wobbled a bit, and Sarah Darcy, strong in defence again, just got her opponent out of the way and took the mark on the second attempt, and then drives to the outer side of the ground. Ball slips off hand out the back. It's picked up and hand passed forward by Evans into the middle of the ground, where Matilda Johnson got worried out of it. The ball spilts and is toe poked forward into the centre of the ground again, and again it's difficult to get it out from the bottom of the pack when there's numbers over the top.
Just Tiwi chase down pace is really good. They're just attacking and tackling.
Now the ball's spilt to the advantage of Nightcliff as the kick comes forward out into a bit of space here. They've got a couple of players. Rabbit just mishandled on the first occasion, but recovers, hand passes to herself, and then gets a hand pass over the top to Della. Della off the side of the boot, a bit of a strong contest. Ward got hit pretty hard there, and it's Ugle who's come away with the ball, has a bounce, and now kicks long out of defence, but well positioned was Hatzismalis. Trapped the ball, got the hand pass over the top. Is nice hand by Hatzismalis at ankle level, but the hand pass forward goes only as far as Ugle, but her thumping kick just finds the Nightcliff defender in Vlahovic all by herself, and now she kicks around grandstand side, where a strong mark taken in front by Gabby Della, and Nightcliff looking to go forward again. There's a lead on here. The kick's got a bit of height on it, and just puts Georgia Johnson under a bit of pressure, and it was pretty easily knocked away by Courtney Ugle for a throw-in.
Both teams have got numbers behind the ball, which is making it hard for any team to score.
So from throwing straight down to Hurley, but Tiwi clear it away again, but running back with the flight of the ball, Landwehr takes a nice mark just forward of the centre wing in front of the grandstand. She kicks long back down towards half forward, just off the hands there of Jones, but she's battling for the ball again at ground level and wins herself a free kick here. Goes against Ugle, and a chance for Nightcliff hit with the ball inside forward 50. There's some leads coming, but Jones still walking backwards at this stage. Looks like she almost fancies her chances a bit here as she decides to go long. It's a good kick. It's going to land in the goal square. McWilliam up, just got her hands to the ball, couldn't take the mark. The ball spills free and picked up in defence by Tipping Woody, who kicks around the outer side of the ground. And Tiwi, again looking to switch into the corridor. It's a dangerous kick, but it's worked out all right as the ball comes out towards the wing now, and Puruntatameri just couldn't quite get control of the ball before it went over the boundary line. And it's
free kick.
Yeah, free kick. I don't think she got a hand on it before it went over. So Sally Evans will take the free kick for Nightcliff. And you can see in the picture there's plenty of Tiwi players back behind the ball as Evans comes in, runs, kicks into the player in front of her as a hand pass over the top from Johnson is picked up by Evans. Evans kicks in towards full forward. Ball spills out of the marking contest, but Martin recovers well, gets the kick forward, but just couldn't bring it back enough, and it's gone out of bounds on the full next to the behind post in the right forward pocket.
Great contest by the, I'm not sure it was the fullback for Tiwi there to get her hands on it, a fist to it.
So Evans finds Kellick, and Kellick at half back for Tiwi, close to the boundary line again as the ball spills out of that contest. Lami spins out of it and now kicks high across towards half back as in the marking contest it was Rasmussen who kicks the ball forward. The ball spills out again, and again it's Darcy who picks up and clears for Tiwi around the outer side of the ground. The ball on the bounce. Simmons is first there for Nightcliff, got the hand pass back, and now they build from behind and kick long towards half forward, but it's chopped off this time, and Tiwi bring it away again inside the centre corridor. A nice mark taken by Kimberly Cunningham, who plays on straight away, and she finds Port Jimmy forward of the ball, and she's off and running now through the centre and out towards the boundary line. She's had 3 bounces and keeps running, and now kicks looking for Puruntatameri. It's just out in front of her, lost the track of the ball for a minute, but then got back on it. But again, terrific defensive work to get back and lay the tackle and just put the pressure on the kicker and force the mistake, and it's through for a behind.
Great run down the wing there, but
yeah, Port Jimmy, fantastic.
Just the pace of it, like Sophia is pretty quick herself and still couldn't catch her.
Hannah Turnbull to bring the ball back in for Nightcliff. As a look around, decides to come to the near side of the ground. And a strong mark in front taken by Jones for Nightcliff. Jones now runs wide of the player on the mark and drills the ball long down into the centre square. McWilliam read it nicely off hands and kicks it over the top into some space. The ball bounces backwards, but favours Kendall here, who's off and running in a paddock and kicks long towards goal. It's getting over the back, bounces in the goal square. It's going right to the goal line. I think it's gone all the way through. It has, and the Nightcliff players are celebrating as Tashinda Kendall gets on the scoreboard. I think it might even be her first game for the club, Chris, and she's looked a handy player, and that was a terrific finish. Just took it on, didn't she?
Yeah, and Hannah from full back, it's club stalwart, a kick to Jones. Then they created that space out the back for her, and their forward line was really open, which helped.
So that closes the margin to just 2 points as we approach the 14-minute mark of this third quarter, and of course it's been some time since we've seen a goal scored. It's been a real arm wrestle during the second and third quarters of this match, but a tight contest as the ball's back in the middle of the ground, and looks like Kat Simmons is getting the chop out in the ruck as McWilliam comes in to do the ruck work for Nightcliff. Got her hand to the ball and now picks it up at ground level, but she's wrapped up in the tackle inside the centre circles, and it'll be a ball up again. McWilliam trying to reach over the top, almost got bundled over. She's a bit sore, but the hand pass comes back and Nightcliff going forward again. Kendall out there got her hands to the ball, picks up at ground level now. She's surrounded by Tiwi players, and doesn't really dispose of the ball. Eventually the ball comes out and she gets the kick forward. She's given plenty of time, but a nice mark taken, and Tiwi look to bring it back as Barber takes the mark on the outer side. Kicks down towards half forward. Mary picks up and now swings onto the left boot, kicks long. It's a one-on-one contest. Deep forward is the clever little kick around the corner from Clifford. Under pressure, just rolls through for a behind as she couldn't bring it back far enough.
Experienced Hannah Turnbull there not to overcommit and corral.
Yep.
It's been a good matchup, them two.
So Turnbull back to bring the ball back into play. And again coming grandstand side of the ground as a long kick into the hands of McWilliam. The ball spills forward and McWilliam in there again, but it's picked up by Cunningham for Tiwi. Gets it into the hot spot at the top of the goal square. The hand pass comes back. Here's a chance with the kick over the top, but again Turnbull well placed behind the ball and takes that mark uncontested. And this time she's looking to the outer side of the ground. Not a lot of options to go to, but reaching over the top. The mark almost taken by Landwehr. And eventually there's a free kick been paid. And it's going to...
I don't think she realised that.
Yeah, that's right. And she'll take the free kick out at half forward, looking to move it in quickly now as it goes right to the goal line. But Mary claiming the mark. Play on's a call. She tries to break around, gets a snapshot towards goal now. But again, just missed to the near side and a behind only. So Tiwi have had plenty of opportunities this quarter, have added 5 behinds in this quarter in fact, and Nightcliff just the 1 goal.
I think it's been freed up the last 2 times. Creating something up forward, just not finishing.
Turnbull brings the ball back into play again, but it's all Tiwi here as Cunningham plays on, gets a hand pass across, the kick goes in, mark almost taken, but ball free at ground level. There's a pull on the jumper there, and that's seen by the umpire. It'll be Alana Barber, I think it'll be, it is, and she'll take the free kick only about 20 metres from goal as the kick ticks down towards 3/4 time. This is an important shot in the context of the game. And Barber, who's been one of Tiwi's better players today, comes in now, kicks towards goal. I think she's just snuck that inside that left-hand goal post. She has, beautifully judged. And Tiwi back on the goal scorers list with Alana Barber scoring her first for the day and restoring that advantage of 10 points late in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Barbara, I feel even this quarter she's stepped it up another notch. Just being class, but credit to Tiwi, they kept it in there. Unlucky for Nightcliff.
Yeah, so...
Definitely the scoring end.
Yeah, that's right. It's almost like the goal that Nightcliff scored was against the flow a bit. As the siren goes to end the 3rd quarter, and one in which Tiwi had most of the opportunities, only were able to score the 1 goal, but did stretch that lead out to 10 points. And Nightcliff still well and truly in the contest, but 10-point margin in a low-scoring game, Chris, is a pretty handy advantage to have at 3/4 time.
Yeah, it will be, especially in this heat, and also it's going to rely on the fitness of their class players in both sides.
We'll be back shortly with the final quarter.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Welcome back to Gardens Oval in Darwin. It's the final quarter of this round 5 clash between Tiwi Bombers and Nightcliff Tigers, and with that goal right on 3/4 time to Alana Barber, Tiwi just stretched that lead out to 10 points, a pretty handy advantage going into the final quarter. I'm Stu Davis, I'm with Chris Bucks, and still got a contest on their hands, Chris, if Nightcliff can get their hands on the ball and get a score on the board early. But it's yeah, pretty obvious free kick paid there to
She made sure it was obvious.
Held without the ball, and again she's been a solid contributor today, but this time ball smothered by the player on the mark. As at half back it's Nightcliff trying to work it forward. Della gets a kick forward, Rabbit on the bounce, just couldn't control the ball. It spills out where she's back in the action again, but picked up this time by Kathleen Cunningham for Tiwi. Got a quick kick forward, but it's chopped off, and Nightcliff thump it back in towards half forward again. A strong effort in the marking contest, sees the ball spill out the back, and now Tiwi just trying to work it out of defence, but the Nightcliff forwards putting plenty of pressure on as Ugle comes in and picks the ball up and gets wrapped up in the tackle, and it'll be a ball up about 50 metres out from the Nightcliff goal. Simmons comes in late, and the ball spills out. Picked up and hand passed across by Nanup. She follows up again and gets a clearing kick inside the centre square on the bounce. The ball bounces back towards her, but Lami for Tiwi has her kick smothered nicely by Hayley Jones, who picks up and then gets tackled herself as Tippin Woody gets a kick out wide to the outer side of the ground, and Tiwi happy to just force it forward as coming in and picking that up was Gabrielle King, but she got tackled with the ball, and now Nightcliff have got the ball inside forward 50. You see a Tiwi player on the ground down there in a bit of trouble as play goes on, as the quick kick comes out, and now Cunningham gets a kick around the outer side, and it's Ugle who takes the mark out there. Courtney Ugle looking to go wide again around the outer wing, and Clifford takes that mark. Clifford chips inboard to Kathleen Cunningham, and Tiwi just controlling the ball at the moment as she chips forward again. This time slips through the hands of Kellick, and Nightcliff had the chance, but Tiwi swoop in again as the ball comes back to Nanup. Nanup kicks long down towards half forward, out in front the mark spilled, and poor Jimmy pounces on the loose ball. She swings it onto her left boot, kicks it high towards centre half forward, but well read and chopped off by Garland in defence. Garland looking to switch to the near side of the ground where she's got a couple of options and finds Hatchis-Marlis. So Hatchis-Marlis around the wing, the ball gets over the back, but only as far as Darcy, who thumps it back to where it came from, but Nightcliff again lined up behind the ball, and Landwehr with the mark chips out towards the boundary. It gets over the top, so that should be a Tiwi free kick.
Just Nightcliff then had, I think, 7 to 3 players, Tiwi players in their forward 50. So Nightcliff defending, pushing back.
Yeah, they need to do something to get score on the board if they want to win the game, but obviously they need to control it first. The ball spills out the back. A shot for goal is a terrific finish by Jasmine Cunningham. Just pounced on that loose ball out of the back of the pack, and gee, that pushes the margin out to 16 points, which is going to make it really hard for Nightcliff now.
Yes, makes it really hard, but credit to you, they got it over the top of the Nightcliff defenders where Kathleen ran onto it. The Cunningham girls actually got into the game early this quarter.
Yeah, they have been good, and Tiwi around the outer side, but controlling the ball a bit, finding players with passes, and just building their game nicely as the season progresses. They look to be right in the mix at this stage of the season. As you said, the winner of today's game will find themselves in second place on the ladder, so a big opportunity as Simmons wins the hit out, but the ball spills out now as the hand pass from Della just doesn't quite hit the target, and the ball spills to the ground now. It's picked up by Hurley, who swings onto the left boot, and at ground level it was Christy Landwehr who just got tagged high as she went to take the ball. So Nightcliff going forward again, and Sally Evans off and running in a bit of space, kicks long inside forward 50. Cassie McWilliam just couldn't control the ball as the ball spills free, and it's going to be a Nightcliff free kick to Lucy Northcott. So Northcott deep in that right forward pocket as she goes back to take the set shots. Pretty difficult kick from that pocket as she comes in, kicks it to the top of the goal square in the end, and from the marking contest at ground level, nicely worked by Tip and Woody to the outer side of the ground, and running with the flight of the ball was Nanup, who took the mark and kept running and then kicked out towards the outer wing, but Nightcliff with some numbers bring the ball back into half forward again, and this time it's marked by Rasmussen. Rasmussen has a player running out wide and kicks in that direction. The mark's taken and she runs straight on and kicks towards goal, but ran too far. Sally Evans, well, not too far, but ran herself into a bit of trouble.
Costly point.
Yeah,
Needed that.
Ball got touched on the way through, unfortunately for Nightcliff.
I noticed Freda started on the wing, now she's kicking out, so she's played everywhere.
Yeah, sure has. So Freda Purantatameri bounces her way out of the defensive goal square around the other one. That's a terrific mark taken, falling backwards, and Tiwi with the chance to just chip it out of defence, and Nanup again in the right place, receives the mark and now kicks long round the outer side as from that marking contest the ball spills to the ground. Gabrielle King trying to break free but got caught in the tackle, and it'll be a ball up again.
Once again, Nightcliff get numbers behind the ball, but I feel they need it around the ball.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
take the game on.
Exactly. So the attempted kick off the ground from Tiwi will result in a Nightcliff free kick, and Christy Landwehr goes out and retrieves the ball, and she'll bring it back into play.
Christy's been good this quarter. She's been consistent, but definitely stood up this quarter. Had a season at Southport last season.
Ball gets over the top. Rabbit picks up in a bit of space and kicks long inside forward 50. Oh, getting her hands to the ball was Kate Martin, but couldn't hold it, and Tiwi run it away again. Freda Purantatameri just bouncing her way out of defence. She's taken a fair bit of territory, but her kick's been chopped off, and Georgia Kennedy this time decides to switch out wide, looking for Hatzis in some space. She takes the ball on the bounce, kicks long towards half forward, looking for McWilliam. The ball bounces back into her hands, but again, Tiwi defence holding strong as they work it out through the hands. Poor Jimmy just flicks a hand pass over her head as Kat Simmons comes in, and she's tackled by Ugal over the boundary line. It'll be a boundary throw in.
This once again, Nightcliff are winning the ball across half back, but they've got nothing up forward to create. They need to roll around and create one-on-ones around the ground.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to limit the damage of Tiwi going forward, but good use of the ball through the hands this time, but it's all in tight and they're still under plenty of pressure as a quick kick comes forward from Landwehr again, and this time finds a teammate in Georgia Johnson. Georgia indicating that she wants to go long, and she does straight down the corridor, chopping across the mark, almost taking the ball, spills out into some space now. Cassie McWilliams swings around onto the left boot, kicks high towards goal. It looks pretty good. It is good. That's a terrific finish, and yeah, she loves getting round onto that favoured left boot, and that's a big hook shot from quite a distance out.
Definitely needed that. Cassie been a bit down on past games today, but if they can just create, maybe get a one-on-one out of the goal square, create something.
So
I think Wardy might be off injured. I haven't seen her since that
that's
collision last
right.
quarter.
Looked at Copland in the face or something, didn't she? But An important goal there for Nightcliff, and reduces the margin to 9 points as we just tick past 3 minutes in this final quarter, so still plenty of time to play, and Nightcliff right in the contest if they can get the ball forward where they've got dangerous players like McWilliam that can score goals. So there's just a bit of a mix-up with the setup there as the ball goes up, and now running away out of the centre is Jasmine Cunningham. Has a bounce and kicks inside forward 50 out on the lead. The strong mark taken, and it's Jelena Tippin-Woody who takes that mark. She plays on now, kicks long towards goal.
Oh.
Nightcliff defenders the only ones back in the goal square, and just getting a hand to the ball was Hannah Turnbull.
A good lead by Tiwi straight at the ball carrier.
So Turnbull brings the ball back into play, kicks long out towards half back. It gets out into the centre square now, but chopped off by Barber, who hand passes over the top to Cunningham. Cunningham goes short to Kathleen Cunningham, who's off and running inside 50, delivers into the corridor, kicked off the ground by Hatsis Marlis, clearing it away for Nightcliff out towards the boundary line, and getting there first for Nightcliff and showing some pace around the wing as Sally Evans had a couple of bounces and kicks long around the boundary line, but it rolls over, and it'll be a Tiwi free kick.
Definitely what Nightcliff need to do though, take the game on.
I think it's crossed over the 50-metre line, so went out of bounds inside the 50, so that means it'll be a boundary throw-in. So a chance for Nightcliff here with the ball in their attacking half as McWilliam gets it back. It comes back to her, into her hands, on the left boot. She kicks towards goal, bouncing, but just to the wrong side of the goal post, and forced through for another behind for Nightcliff.
It looks like if Cassie McWilliams, if Nightcliff are going to win, it's going to be her. Yeah, she's up and about this quarter.
Yeah, she certainly looks the danger up forward, and they'll be looking to get the ball into her hands as much as they can. So Clifford takes it to the outer side of the ground, very close to the boundary line out there, just touched inside the boundary by Kellick, so it'll be a boundary throw in. Simmons again doing the ruck work, and no Tiwi player competing in that ruck contest, looking to win it at ground level. Instead, the ball comes back to Simmons, who kicks down towards full forward, but well read and chopped off by Clifford for Tiwi. Clifford switches to the near side of the ground where Frida-Pun Tagameri gets her hands on the ball in the contest, and then now trying to win it at ground level, but picked up by Evans, who got the hand pass out. The kick goes down towards goal again, but again just the wrong side of the goal post, and another behind to Nightcliff.
Close once again, it's definitely the scoring end. Had their chances.
It is, for no real apparent reason, but that's where it is. As again, Tiwi to bring the ball back into play as they go outer side of the ground this time, and the ball just gets out over the back, and it'll be a Nightcliff free kick. Kate Martin out there going back to retrieve the ball. So Martin thumps it back in to the danger area. Ball slips over the back. Here's a chance as it's picked up at ground level, and a snapshot for goal by D'Ambrosio for Nightcliff. Hasn't had a lot of the ball today, but she was the right person on the spot there as she picked it up as it came over the back of the pack and snapped truly on the left foot, and that really closes the margin up.
Definitely makes the game of it now. We start in the corridor in the middle. Very important centre clearance.
Yeah. So a great finish there by Charlotte D'Ambrosio on the left, and Nightcliff up and running now, and really one of the catalysts. You see Sally Evans in the front of picture here out on the wing. She's given them plenty of run down this near side of the ground and got a heap of the footy, particularly in this last quarter. Keeps driving the ball in for them, so been an important player. And Kat Simmons, of course, has worked tirelessly in the ruck all day. So players just sorting themselves out in the centre square. It's a tap forward and gets Nightcliff running forward again. Drive the ball into half forward. The ball gets through the pack. McWilliam gets her hands on the ball. It gets worried out of it in the end. It worried out of her hands, and now the ball at ground level. Nannup reaching in, trying to clear it out to the advantage of her teammates, but the ball wasn't going anywhere. It's a ball up at half forward for Nightcliff. Simmons, uncontested again, gets it down as Kellett was held or pushed, whatever you like, but she'll take the free kick at half back for Tiwi, and just a bit slow getting up, looks a little bit sore. You see she's got strapping around that calf, which she's had for the last 2 weeks, and I don't know if that's an ongoing issue, but she's played pretty well. And again, the pass is good, finding Sarah Darcy, who's also been really important in the back half for Tiwi. Oh, this time the kick's not the best, and that's going very close to the boundary line. Could be out on the full.
I thought it was still in.
No. The boundary umpire's called out on the full, so it's going to be a Nightcliff free kick here. And Zara Hurley will take the free kick as she chips it down towards half forward, but just gets over the top, and well read by Kathleen Cunningham, who takes that intercept mark, and happy to slow things down at half back as she now kicks close to the boundary line on the near side, gets over the back to Barber. Barber kicks long along the wing, but Nightcliff are going to be first there, and well read, and the ball gets thumped back down towards half forward. Running with backing into the pack there was Ellie Kellick, and again she's pretty sore.
Definitely my best on, I think. She's been amongst it all day.
Yeah, been terrific, and it's a terrific intercept mark as she brings the ball back again. But
once again,
swung it wide and out of bounds on the full, and gives Nightcliff the chance again as Simmons tried to run away, but she's been told that it's her free kick, and she kicks down towards half forward. The ball spills out the back. There's a chance for Nightcliff. The hand pass comes out to McWilliam. McWilliam kicks long towards the goal square. The ball bounces over the top. Running onto it is D'Ambrosio, but she's got plenty of pressure, and there's a scramble of arms and legs in there, and eventually it's rushed through for another Nightcliff behind, and that brings the margin back to just the single point as we tick towards the final stages of this final quarter. Tiwi defenders under all sorts of pressure in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and now looking to clear the other side of the ground. But again, there's plenty of Nightcliff players out there. It comes to Hatzis-Marlis. She kicks inside the centre corridor. The ball thumped away. There's a free kick being found here. It's going to go Nightcliff's way.
Is that the siren?
Is that the siren? I think the time clock's wrong on our score, wasn't it?
Oh.
So the siren's gone. There's a shot after the siren going to Shinta Kendall, with Nightcliff trailing by a point. Kendall has scored a goal today already, and you can see all the players lining up on the goal line, but you would imagine the distance won't be a problem. It's just a matter of what she can do with the kick as she comes in now. Kick on the way, looks good. She's celebrating. Her teammates get around her, and wow, what an amazing finish. And you can see the Tiwi players on the screen just devastated. They've lost with the kick after the siren, but what a game of football, Chris.
Yeah, I think that's the first time Nightcliff hit the lead. Tiwi had the lead the whole game, so credit to Nightcliff. They stuck in there. And yeah, get the win in the end of the hour.
Yeah, they scored the last 3 goals of the game to snatch the win in the end, and a 5-point margin, and to maintain their unbeaten run for the season so far. So everything going their way, but yeah, terrific effort, and it was something that, you know, really 5 or 6 minutes ago we didn't see coming, but they just kept persisting, didn't they, and got the goals on the board in the end.
Yeah, and my best for Tiwi, Caleb. I thought Ugo was good in cutting, and in that quarter I thought Christy Landwehr, Jones and Evan and Cassie also stepped up in that quarter.
Yeah, that's right. They had they just looked a bit more dangerous up forward, didn't they? Early on in the quarter we thought they were loading back too much, but took it on a bit more and got themselves the win. So terrific effort from Nightcliff, and this NTFL Women's Premier League season just keeps delivering. There's contests every game, every week, so it's fantastic to see. And we'll bring you another Women's Premier League game next week, and of course there's plenty of NTFL action with the Men's Premier League with Tiwi and Nightcliff